In this video, I will demonstrate a complete workflow of sending the information from OTD to PLAXIS 2D. So first of all, we need to configure the CFG and all the variables needed for the PLAXIS transfer. This has to be done by editing this file here, OpenTunnel Designer CFG, from this path. So when you will open this file, you will have here temporary variables for PLAXIS transfer, and you will have to add here the password for PLAXIS 2D server. And for instance, here you will have a path to a folder on which you want to export the Python scripts files. So in order to know this password, you'll have to open PLAXIS 2D and go to configuring the remote server, and you have here the password. Keep in mind that PLAXIS 2D and PLAXIS 3D, if you have both on your machine, they will not be able to run in the same time using the same port. So if you'll notice here, I have added for 3D a 1 at the end, and when I'm opening PLAXIS 3D, I am configuring PLAXIS 3D to use this port. The second step will be to add material information for PLAXIS materials. So by default, we are shipping some examples here in this folder. So if you will open one of these files, you will see here that we have some, let's say, default parameters that are needed for the creation of a PLAXIS material. Once you are in PLAXIS 2D, you can open those materials and you can add additional information that PLAXIS needs during the calculations. This is the current workflow that we are using for PLAXIS version 21, but starting with version 22, we'll have access directly to the PLAXIS material database, so it will be no need for editing or adding new materials using Python scripts. So after you have done these steps, if we go to OTD, we have to go to materials, catalogs here, and under soil tab category, you need to add here new soil. So you just click here, write a name, give a description if you want, unit weight, unit price that it will be used in our report. So this unit weight and unit price will be used in OTD reports and not in PLAXIS. But in here you will add analytical properties. Basically you will point to one of the Python scripts files that I just showed, and we will save this. Next, we will have to create a tunnel. So after using the usual steps, you need to make sure that you have specified what and how to send the reinforcement to PLAXIS. So for instance, here for shotcrete, I have here defined this area as a shotcrete, but I have chosen not to send this to PLAXIS because I will send this to PLAXIS as a jet grouting, as an improved area of soil, as you can see here, and I have chosen to send this as a region. So I can create, for instance, here in the 3D model, I can create circles for the columns that are injecting in this area, but I don't want to send those circles to PLAXIS. I want to send this improved zone as a region. Again, I have in my model some rock bolts, and I have chosen to send this to PLAXIS. Now I have created already the tunnel. I have already imported my soils meshes, and in here on the parameters for each soil layer that I have imported, I have specified a material that it will be used in PLAXIS. And you need to save it and then close it. Now, if we go to a top view and we go to wireframe, we have added a new tool here that is called analytical cross-section. So when you will start this, you will see here that you have options for specifying the left offset, right offset, top and down offset. What this means is that using the working point that is defined in the tunnel template, you are specifying the model boundaries for the PLAXIS 2D project. So you have the top offset, left, right, and down offset. All of these offsets have as a core 0, 0 coordinate, as a point of origin, the working point coming from the template. You can create here, you can give here multiple stations or only one depending on what you want to send. So I can just simply click here, then click on another one, another one, another one, and so on and so forth. The next step will be to click on PLAXIS 2D, and in here you will see all the sections that we just created when we have clicked on different stations, and you have here the option to send it to PLAXIS, and also you can specify how the tunnel lining is to be created in PLAXIS, either as plates or as regions. So for instance, for this one I will leave it to plates, and for this one as regions. I don't need these two, these three, and just send it. We'll start PLAXIS, and we'll see here, for instance, we have created two Python scripts. So I'm going to expert, configure the remote, I'm starting the server, and then I will run the first section, and you will see how this is transposed in PLAXIS 2D. So you can already notice that because we have chosen to send the lining as plates, we have created the plates around the exterior lining, and we have created the zone for the improved soil that is to be consolidated or reinforced with jet grouting. We have here, this zone is basically the excavation subspace. So if we go here, I can see that for my template I have two excavations tracks, and I have chosen to send these ones to PLAXIS. And we have here also the rock bolts sent. The user may want to change, for instance, here what's the connection point, or delete some of the geometry that he thinks that he doesn't need. But all the initial geometry that OTD has is sent to PLAXIS according to what the user has specified. Again, if I choose to create a new project, and I will open the second one. In this example, you will notice that the lining is defined as a region and not as a plate. And from this point, the user can go and modify the materials that we have created, add new parameters, and go with the calculations with meshing and stage construction.